Hi, and welcome back to Wicked Wand Tarot. My name is Carmen, and today we've got a reading for you about, I don't really like using the word haters, but I think we got some haters. So we've got the Bye Felicia card and the karmics. So there's a lesson that's been learned here, and it's because I think somebody's been a bit heartless or self-absorbed. Their true colors have been exposed, and probably to more than just you, but I think it's one of those moments where you have to decide whether or not there is actually a way to salvage a connection with somebody, probably more along the lines of a friendship connection. But let's call in spirit with a little bit of Winchenta. I'm like scared of it because the last one I did, I just like whacked it too hard. Anyways, I hope you're having a great day. If you are interested in a personal reading, my email address is in the description box below. It's just wickedwandstarot@gmail.com. And I've also recently launched memberships. So one of those tiers has a monthly reading. All right, let's dive in with, no, actually, this one. Hello, Key Controller. Hello, Holy Yoga. Hello, Steven. Hello, Blue Royal. How are we doing today? This is the Hocus Pocus. We have the Master in the reverse, which would be the Devil in the reverse. The Six of Potions or Six of Cups in the reverse. Oops. The World in the reverse, and the Three of Candles or the Three of Wands in the reverse. I just heard the World is a vampire, so we could have somebody who likes 90s music. This looks to me like we've got somebody that has some pretty bad habits, or they're just really maybe struggling a bit in terms of personal growth. You might have matured in ways that this person hasn't. We could have, one person who takes their job or maybe is a parent and they make different choices as a result. It's like there's someone who still acts the way you feel like you used to act, but that's not really you anymore. So with the World in the reverse and the Three of Wands in the reverse, I feel like it's kind of, there's this friendship where it's in a weird place because you used to be thick as thieves, you used to be two peas in a pod, all of those things, right? But I think both of you are realizing there's a different path in front of you, or that there's some tension here. Thank you, Key Controller. Hello, Soul Music. How are you doing? Yep. So we've got the Two of Swords or the Two of Lightning in the reverse. This is about someone having to make a decision regarding who's in their life, who they live with, who they love. I do feel like with the Ten of Cups, this could be for some of you a person that you have lived with, someone who may even be related to you, or someone you previously dated. There's closeness here. This is somebody who knows you quite well, but you're in a situation where you're kind of asking yourself, well, if you were that close to me, if you were actually a good friend, then why did you do that? Why were you saying that? Because they weren't treating you the way a friend should treat you. All right, let's see. What else? Four of Candles or Four of Wands in the reverse. Queen of Lightning, which is the Queen of Swords. And the Eight of Potions or the Eight of Cups in reverse. Yeah, this is somebody who's trying to cause some sort of problem for you. Somebody who's coming back around and maybe pretending like they want to make things right, or their apology seems real hollow. I feel like this is somebody who's coming back to see if they can get you back. Like they want to do something to make you feel like you should have done something better for them or like teach you a lesson. So we've got Temperance in the reverse. This is someone who's pretending that things are okay. 9 of Lightning, the 9 of Swords in the reverse. Their anger is right below the surface. And I think you pick up on that. You might be a little thrown off initially, but I think you're pretty perceptive. I think you'll see during the context of a conversation or, just feel the energy is off because they say everything's fine, but the way they act is different. So you're picking up on some sort of anxiety, even though they're trying to pretend that things are okay. Hi, Patrick. How are you doing? Hello, Jamie. And we've got the Moon. Yeah, this is somebody who you would consider or you have considered a very close friend that has a secret. There's something that it's like they smile, but really they're glaring at you. This is the Black Tarot. Hello, Empress. How we doing? I'm good, thank you. What else do we have? So, 7 of Wands and the 10 of Spheres, which is the 10 of Pentacles in the reverse. Makes me feel like we've got somebody who, it's like they're being strategic. Maybe they're pretending to be your friend so that they can still go to an event. Maybe they're pretending there's no argument between the two of you because they want to get access to your place. Maybe they're hiding their resentment because you still have to give back their favorite sweater. There's a reason they're pretending. And I think you would know. It may not be your first guess, but I think it would definitely be within like the top 3 because you know this person very well. What else do we have? 6 of Swords and the 6 of Spheres or 6 of Pentacles in the reverse. So if you make up with this person, if you smooth things over with this person or you take them at their word that things are just fine, there's a loss that follows or something that is the 6 of Pentacles could be like, it doesn't feel right anymore. It's not an open line of communication. You don't feel like you can trust them. It just feels weird. The Chariot and the 10 of Swords. So I do feel like the advice is if this person is trying to be fake around you and you can sense that their apology or their forgiveness, whatever it is, if that doesn't seem genuine, then it kind of feels like it's because this person's looking for an opportunity to get you back. Betrayal, 10 of Swords. But why would you want to call someone your friend if you can't trust them? Hi, Rainbow Warrior. How you doing? So we've got the Emperor in the reverse and the 7 of Spheres or the 7 of Pentacles in the reverse. This is somebody who's controlling the situation because they feel they have more to lose. So I'll pretend everything's fine with you because there's some part that you play in this person getting what they want. So if they don't make nice with you, maybe they feel like friendships with other people will fall apart, or if they don't have access to you, they can't find a way to make you jealous. There's something they want to do to get under your skin, but it has to, like, it requires a little pretending first. The Sun and the Tower in the reverse. But you know this person's opinion hasn't changed. It's like they say, oh, it's no big deal, but you know that it was a big deal. So you're like, what's changed? Why were you mad at me about this yesterday and now you're fine, or now it's not a big deal? You don't generally change your mind that easily. I think you know this person so well that even though it might be kind of a subtle difference, you still pick up on it like that. Oh, I'm glad to hear that. Hello, Danny. What's going on? Another 6. We've got the 6 of Cups in the reverse. And the 9 of Swords. So I do feel like there is somebody that may want to be with you that your friend would like to be with. Or for those of you that are married, this friend is jealous of how your relationship works versus theirs. There's some other party here that gets involved. Family member, spouse, something like that. So it's like, well, I can't, stop being your friend because then I also lose that person, or because then I don't get 20% off my favorite bagels. I don't know. It's something like that. They feel like there's another reason other than just like who you are as a person that makes it difficult for them to like actually end this. So they'd rather find a way to benefit, get what they need from it, but also like make you upset in some way. This is the Morgan Greer. Five of Cups. King of Wands. King of Pentacles. Yeah, this is somebody who's still angry about something that's happened in the past. There may be, honestly, I feel like there's 3 things in particular this person is still thinking about. They may have said they were over it, or they may have said they see your perspective, or, no big deal, but they are mad. They're still mad. And you're going to have to be, I guess, the decision maker, or you're going to have to take like a pulse on whether or not you feel this is somebody who is holding a grudge for no reason. Do you feel that those things were addressed? Are there things that maybe you could challenge yourself to take another look at, or see if it bears, maybe a change in perspective or having a conversation? But it feels to me like this is somebody who has an unfair perspective. They might be just a little bit biased. I think they might attribute very little responsibility to themselves, even though I don't necessarily feel like that's true. They might like to blame you, basically. Hello, Lemonade. How are we doing? Hello, AJ. How's your day? Well, I appreciate that. Ace of Wands in the reverse. Wheel of Fortune. Strength. Okay. They blame you for something that didn't go well for them. And while that something didn't go well for them, you're doing well. So it's kind of feeling like a little bit like a double-edged sword, right? I'm mad at you because I blame you for, I don't know, you drove me for my interview and I was late, so I didn't get that job. But then you're over here and you're making tons of money. This is comparative, and I feel like they want to compete with you or show that they're better in some way. For some of you, this is about wanting the person you're in a relationship with, or being jealous that you get attention that they don't get. That's fair. We've got the Five of Wands in the reverse and the Two of Pentacles in the reverse. They're not arguing, but they want to cause some sort of problem for you. They want you to argue with your person. They want you to, not do well at work. They want you to be late for the bus. They want you not to get invited to Tommy's birthday party. They want you to feel rejection, but it's like they'd rather be behind the scenes than face to face because they have something that they don't want to give up. I really do hope for some of you it's a discount on bagels. It's probably not. Judgment in the reverse. So they're trying to find this sneaky way to make you feel bad, make you jealous, or make you feel like you lost something because they blame you for something that they lost in the past. You might have given them advice about this thing. Yeah. There's some reason they feel like you should have done something or you should have said something and they wouldn't have missed this opportunity. It's like, why didn't you wake me up? Well, you're an adult. You should probably know how to set an alarm. They're blaming you for something I feel like is not really fair. And then there's some energy or some new chapter that they feel like they've had to compete with. And here you are being successful, doing well, or things are going your way, but not for them because of you, right? In their mind. I don't know if it's accurate. They might just really like blaming other people. That's the thing. All right, this is the Path of Shadows. Lantern, guidance, illumination, and hope. Abandoned carnival. What once was vibrant remains now silenced and still. This place held laughter, even if now no one could believe. So there's a change in something that was once going really well, something that seemed really great, probably your friendship. Now it just kind of seems like one note, or it doesn't fit. It doesn't make sense. I do think you're on different paths. I do feel like one person's a bit more stagnant. And I do think that there's envy, some hidden resentment. So if you are questioning whether or not it's time to end this friendship, I feel like really what you're asking is this person, your friend, pretending that they haven't already ended it? Because I don't think they actually want to do anything nice to you. I think they just don't want you to be their enemy quite yet. Nymph, in this mundane world now I roam. Inside this concrete jungle, where is my home? They blame you for feeling like they don't belong, feeling like they don't have somebody. So maybe you advise them not to be in a relationship or not to pursue someone. Maybe you told them they needed to focus on school, whatever it is. They feel like they didn't get what they wanted because of you somehow. This is the Energy Oracle. Hi, Illuminati. How are you doing? What else do we have? Door to Spirit and all tied up. You do have a lot changing in your life right now, in part because you have been working on yourself, in part because you have been willing to be honest about what needed to change. And I think that's part of what has underscored for you the kind of stagnant energy that your friend has. So you're starting to question whether or not you feel more stuck than anything else dealing with this. But I also think there's somebody who's trying to find a way to make you feel all tied up, like you have no ability to make changes. You do have some angelic protection here. We did have door to spirit, so your intuition is on point. But we also have Archangel Metatron. He's a big deal, you know? So you do have to do what you can to use your discernment, your intuition. Don't take risks that you don't need to take, like letting somebody you question whether or not they're actually a friend into your house unsupervised. You know, like there's something this person would like to do to make you feel upset, and you don't have to make it easy for them, right? Hi, April. How are you doing? Oh, not too bad. This is the Love Oracle. Hopeless, sinking, despair, falling apart, and influence, attachments, third parties, and peers. Here's what almost always happens. We've got somebody who's sending negative energy your way, somebody who would like to make you feel like things are falling apart. But it feels like that energy has started to fall back on them. So when you are busy trying to cast spells on other people or trying to make their life difficult, a lot of times that energy is just going to go right back on you. And this person doesn't seem to appreciate that. So they are going through some tough times right now. But those are the tough times they were hoping to see you go through. Stress, turbulence, tension, and arguments. Things may feel a lot less friendly. Somebody here feels like they were left out or abandoned. Sorrow, loss, grief, depression, and emotional storm, turmoils, unstable, and affected. To be honest, this is somebody who I think has a lot they need to talk through. They may take out their frustrations on the people closest to them. They may blame you for situations that they had a little bit more control over. But I don't know that they have much control over their emotions. And that's why we've got somebody who I think wants to lash out at you, even though I do feel you've wanted to bury the hatchet, move on, make things right. This is somebody who wants to be mad at you. This is the Poe Tarot. Hello, Renee. How are you doing? Exactly. Hello, Deborah. What's going on? I don't read these in the reverse, by the way. The Sun. They who dream by day are cognizant of many things which escape those who dream only by night. So you probably have an understanding that you would be the person that dreams during the day, and your friend may only be dreaming at night. Maybe they feel like you have made them jealous so much they want to find a way to return the favor, if you will. Page of Quills. It will be found, in fact, that the ingenious are always fanciful, and the truly imaginative never otherwise than analytic. I think they've just overanalyzed the situation. They look for reasons to point back to you. And they don't have very fair standards in terms of what you say. It's like they've already decided they don't like you. They don't want to be your friend. So things are just going to be a problem. The world is all that we are or seem, but a dream within a dream. I think there is a tendency to maybe like second guess your intuition. Oh, maybe it's not that serious. I feel like my intuition's telling me I need to end this friendship, or I can't trust this person around my dog or whatever it is, or my car. But that's kind of crazy, right? I feel like you're second guessing your intuition when you know exactly what's going on with this person, or at least you know that there's something off, right? So don't gloss it over or make it seem like there's no issue just to like comfort yourself, because this is somebody who would like you to be upset. You don't need to make it easy for them. Hey, Michael, how's it going? Yeah, it's like the Kimbra part in Somebody I Used to Know. Always made me feel like it was something that I'd done. 6 of Pentacles, 3 of Pentacles. They want to get back at you. They feel like you did something, and they want something before things fall apart. That's why they have to pretend like everything's fine right now. I don't know, like, are you supposed to get them something for their birthday or something? We've got the 5 of Wands and the 5 of Pentacles. It's like, I'm going to pretend everything's fine for a little bit. I don't know, 5 weeks. And then I'm not going to talk to you. It's like they're counting down to when they're going to no longer be your friend, but they need something first. The Star in the reverse. This person has some unhealed trauma from the past. 6 of Cups, probably from their childhood. And for some of you, there could be some growing pains they experienced while they were already friends with you that they might blame on you. Are they 100% accurate? I don't think so. Because I'm not really seeing a lot of accountability for their own actions. I'm just getting a lot of like everything that happened is their fault. Ace of Pentacles. Hierophant in the reverse. The Tower. It kind of feels to me like this is somebody who would like to see if your significant other would be tempted by them, or see if they could do something to get you in trouble in terms of breaking the law. They want to cause you a problem. And when that happens, or when some other benefit comes to them, then they want the friendship to end. But it's like, instead of giving you 2 weeks notice, I'm going to make sure I get my vacation time first, right? What else do we have? Queen of Pentacles in the reverse. And the Queen of Cups. Yeah, they're trying to masquerade as this Queen of Cups, somebody who is your friend, but they are actually a Queen of Pentacles in the reverse. They need something from you, or it's not like convenient for them to lose the friendship now. So they're going to delay it a little bit, but they want to mess with you. And you're able to prevent them from having access to you, because they do have some healing they need to do. They can't continue to blame you for everything, or for as much as they do. All right, this is the Zodiac Fortune Telling cards. Exactly. What else? You are a great leader, and you are going on a long, safe journey. So don't let this person get in your way. That doesn't mean like shove them, but like, you know, don't let them distract you from what's important. I do think they're jealous of you, and they want to make you jealous, or they want to make you feel like something didn't go well for you. Always doing for others without reward. But your habit or your tendency to be very compassionate or helpful towards others, the fact that you are a great leader, right? Because you can't be a great leader unless you think about others. It's protecting you from this person. That's why I feel like they're not being honest about whether or not these things are your fault, or they carry resentment that is misplaced. You will be very popular. Take advantage. Maybe you already are, but you might be extra popular in the near future. All right, I'm going to leave it there. I love you all. Thank you for the likes and the subscribes, and I'll see you on the next reading. Doodles.